Good morning, good evening, and a good afternoon. This is Nathaniel Kempson Productions here today, and welcome to new Blackthorne. This is not, however, the layout rebuild tour, as it were. As you can see, I have the previous review unboxing model running around, the 121, and the new unboxing review model running around in the form of a Bachmann class 117. So today I'm going to be taking a quick look at this, unboxing it and giving my first impressions. I will say that I bought the model with my own money, a ridiculous amount of money, by the way, more on that later, but this is a DCC sound fitted example from Bachmann. The model itself I think is several years old, but as you'll see later in the video, the details absolutely do hold up. It is a fantastic detailed model, as is the Class 121 from Dapple. So, without further ado, let's get to unboxing this thing, shall we? Okay, so here we are then, over at the desk, all mic'd up. Let's get this open. So this, as I say, I bought this from Gauge Master. Well, actually from my eBay store, if you want to be technical. And hopefully, if all goes according to plan, I should have a nice locomotive in here, or a nice... I don't know, is it a locomotive? Technically it's not, because it's a multiple unit, so I guess technically it's a train. But anyway, let's have a look. I do apologise if you can see the a couple of wires lying around. You can see this one here, slightly in the way. Tuck it behind the... up there, there we go. Right. Da, da, na, 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 na. Oh yeah, look at that. Beautiful. So, interesting packaging. I think these are the I don't know if these are the starch ones or the styrofoam ones. Arguably it doesn't really matter, to be honest, at all. Because of course, whoop, that's one flying around. This is the main attraction. It's so big I can't get it in frame. There. Alright, let's get rid of the box. Oh, there's a couple of grey ones in there. That's curious. Alright. Well, there it is anyway. How's about that? And yes, sound fitted, so that is the information there, whether you can read that or not. There you go. 35-501SF, don't know what the SF means, class 117 3-card TMU, BL blue and grey, sound fitted. Lovely, right. Let's get this mother sucker open. Right, need to do this upside down and back to front so you can see. So, don't know if I mentioned this already or not, but I bought this for £370. It was more of an impulse purchase, if I'm honest. Come here. Oh. Right, that is the middle car. Oh, hello. That's interesting. I don't know what that is, but alright. Bit of paper got stuck. That's the middle car of the three, trapped in its block of ice there. Looks like a very nice livery application from what I can see through the box there. Just get my mouse out of the way, turn it off. So next up, that feels like just a trailer car. one of the trailer cars. See if I can get it level in shot for you, something like that. Massive, giant couplings on there, which we'll take a look at later on. And then of course, oh yeah, that's the one with the motor in it, to make it move, obviously. It's very, very smart. This is the first brand new model that I've bought in probably a good couple of years. And then, oh, that confused me for a second there. We have a spare box. I wonder if that's the same inner packaging as what we've got on the actual models. I think it is. Looks similar, doesn't it? I would say yes, that's identical to the other ones. Well, I guess you've got a spare one if you ever needed it. I don't know why you would need a spare one, but I guess having one is nice. Right, shall we take a look at the motor car first? I think we shall. I'm not doing a very good job of lighting this up, am I? I do apologise. So, yeah, this is the motor car. By the look of it, I can see some details up here somewhere. It's all mirrored on my screen. And some paperwork. So, let's take a look. That's a very noisy human outside. I apologise if you could hear that. Boop. Okay. So what do we get? Technical Gumph. Bachmann Collectors Club. One day I will join that. And then this looks like some, if I can get it out, 117 specific paperwork. Is this maintenance or, oh no, owner's information. Wow, just look at the amount of buffer beam detail this thing has. Look at that. What's that thing? I don't know, have to find out. What details do we get then? I'll read this off. Multiple working pipes, vacuum reservoir pipes, screw-link coupling, vacuum control pipes, air pipes, multiple working sockets, and a coupling tool. Oh, that must be what this is then. Fig 2, yes. Ah. Have to remove the NEM coupling to put all of that on there. Oh yeah, there you go, that's how it uncouples, look. There you go. Somewhere there, that's how you do it. Poke it, jigger it, and then it pops off. So I don't have to pay any attention to any of the DCC fitting information because mine's already fitted from the factory. I will say now, I wasn't intending to get a DCC fitted, a sound fitted model. I actually wanted to get just a regular DCC model, not non-sound fitted. But for some reason, Rails of Sheffield, in infinite wisdom, decided to have the loco not in stock, despite the website saying it was in stock. That was fun. So this is the sound fitted, the decoder information there. Looks like it's a Zimo decoder and speaker, which is brilliant, probably. I don't know much about it. Please make sure your DCC system is set to run on 128 speed steps to obtain the favorite. Yes, mine is by default. Default address is number 3. Obviously, you can run it on DC if you're insane. 2 speakers. I believe that's one in each end of the car, or in each car. Sorry. So both drive cars will have a speaker in. We'll have to have a look, see if we can see it. And then, my God, 28 functions for sound, or controls rather. Look at that. That is a ridiculous amount. Directional lights, warm engine start with a cold start on function 5. Brakes, I guess that's a squeaky noise. Single horn, 2-tone horn, cold start, light load, engine cruise, / compressor speed up. I guess that changes on, determined by how fast it's going or whatever. flange squeal, detonators, interesting. Passenger lights on and off, a guard's whistle, crawling mode. Must be very, very slow speed, I suppose. Guard's buzzer single, driver respond single. Guard double buzzer, driver double buzzer response. Driver's door open and close, passenger door slam. Different blinds for the driver car and the not, or the motor coach and the not motor coach. What else? Fade all sounds. Interesting. Not sure that windscreen wipers. This is getting ridiculous. Directional lights. So I'll just don't know if you can see it or not on the end there, but at the top you've got the destination board, and then kind of here and here you've got the directional lights. That's what that's talking about. Rail join clatter, so I guess that will be something like that, presumably. Passenger doors open and close. How is that different from passenger door slam? Oh, I see. Passenger door slam before moving, passenger door open, passenger door close. Not sure why that's the same thing, surely. Cab lights on and off, a handbrake sound, an air tank drain sound, and volume up and down. That is insanity. So I'm going to keep that so I can read it. Right. That's the Gumph out of the way. If I can get it back in the box, that will be ideal. Yep, that'll do. Right. The moment we've all been waiting for. Let's get her out. Okay, so we have a bag of bits. Everybody needs a bag of bits with their model trains. So that's the that must be the 22-pin blanking plate in there. Let me try and get it centre shot. It's all backwards. There it is. That's this big thing here. And then that must be the coupling or the uncoupling tool. Hopefully you can see it there, if I can get it in centre shot, somewhere there. And also the pipes and couplings and stuff as well, by the look of it. Yes, so we'll probably need only the uncoupling thing, so I'll keep that. Ooh, get off. To hand, right. Let's take a sneaky peeky at this. That's very light, actually. I don't know why. I expected it to be heavier. I've just handled it. So that is very light. Well, there she is, ladies and gentlemen. That is incredible. Wow. So I'll hold it up to the camera so you can see as well. If I get it in centre shot, there you go. Look at that. Okay, so the lighting might not be the best in the world, so I'll have to hold it askew slightly, but there you go. That is incredibly well detailed. Let's have a look at the end. We have, that's the destinations. That's a Banbury? Yep, I believe so. Get it a bit closer, hopefully you can see. There we go, Banbury. Lovely separately fitted windscreen wipers there. It's absolutely incredible. Is that a... Oh my god, wow. I don't think I've ever seen this before. There is, just underneath the British Rail logo here, you hopefully can see. If I get it about here, you can see this little, where is it? There, just below my finger. There's a little rubber hose thing. You can see if I turn the wheels, or the bogies, it turns with it. I believe that is a, what do you call it? A speedometer cable. But it's actually made of rubber. It's not hard plastic, it's a flexible material of some kind. I'm absolutely fascinated by that. I've never seen that before. You can see it there. Total freedom of movement. That is incredible. So let's check out the back of it. Yes, there's the exhausts going up the back of the doors there. Not the best lighting, sorry. And there is that enormous special coupling thing. The reason it's so big is because it has a lot of information to travel between all of the cars. Not just the lighting, but also the sound as well. So you can see there's the hole for the speaker. Just under there. Yeah, this is exquisitely well made. I mean, no surprises there. So let's have a look at the other end, the trailer end. I'm expecting it to be much the same, but obviously without the motor in it. So we get more details in this bag to detail up this end. So there's a better look at all of the teeny tiny details there. Get it in shot. Somewhere there. Pipes and whatnot. You know, that end's quite heavy as well. I think, did I already say? I don't remember. I think both of these end cars actually have a motor in them, which is kind of arguably useless on a model that's actually quite small. But I guess it's prototypical to the real thing. So, no, I can't see. No, it does. Yes, it does. You can see there's the whoops, get it in centre shot. There's the cover on the wheels there, look. As per the other one, if we compare. Like so, you see? See how the front bogie sets don't have a cover over them. Because, of course, there's no gearing to cover. So, yes, this end does have a motor. It must be absolutely tiny. In fact, I don't know if I'll be able to get this in shot or not. I might have to zoom in a ridiculous amount, but can you see the rather large block bit here at the top above my finger? That, I think, is the motor, which is insane. Yes, because I can see the little drive shaft coming off of it. If I hold that up, hopefully you can see just here. Oh, this is impossible. Somewhere there, if I get the cam. Oh, yep, there you go. Just there, in front of my finger, is the drive shaft. So both power cars are powered, which is, of course, prototypical because the real thing had engines at both ends, which is fantastic. So there's the other end. There's the you can see the pins and the giant, massive coupling. How many pins are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So no, it must be 8 pins. So 16 pins total. Where's this end going? This end's going to Oxford, which is perfect for where these models used to work. As you already heard from the brief history section. Sprung buffers. That's nice. It's totally useless, but they're there. So, yay, I suppose. Yeah, I can't really fault it, to be honest. The livery application looks absolutely spot on. There's no obvious glaring issues with any of the paintwork that I can see, at least. It all looks very well done, very well presented, no drips or runs or really anything that appears out of place. Absolutely fantastic. That'll be the door then, right in the middle of filming. Let's take a look at the middle car. I can already see the little tiny bit of plastic just there, broken off. I don't know where that's come from just yet, but hopefully nowhere important. Let's see if it will fall out. Yep, there it is. Not totally sure what that is. I'll leave it on the white desk so I can see it. I don't think you can. There. I'll put it there so we can all see it. Whoops. So yeah, more detail, which is curious. More couplings and little hose bits. The white bits look like elbows maybe. Not really sure. I can go in the detail box till they need it. But there is the middle car. Wow. Quite a difference in underframe detail. And that's obvious because this doesn't have any engines on it or any anything like that. So let's try and get it in the middle of shot. Oh god, here we go. Mirrors. There we go. So first class compartment. No, not this end. That end. There we go. Ah, just noticed the corridor end here is broken. Whether you can see that or not. Can you see? It's hanging off. It looks like it just pushes back in. Try and do this with it in camera if I can. Yeah, that just pushed back in. Alright, panic over. Yep, that was all. So, first class this end, standard class this end. In fact, you can probably see, I might have to zoom in a little bit, bear with me, hang on a sec, where's the lens lock? That one, let's go back there somewhere. So you can see the actual numbers on the windows. Look at that. Isn't that incredible, huh? That's pretty cool. So this middle bit must be a toilet compartment. Judging by these pipes on the roof, I'm going to say yes. That's probably for the header tank. And there's the other end of it. Again, with the giant couplings at both ends to get all of those delicious DCC signals going through it. Absolutely brilliant. Very well done. So let's take a look at one of the other cars at this super zoom in as well. There we go. No, I'm not very good at holding this level, am I? There we go. So there's the engine detail. Moving down towards the end. Plenty of door handles, been separately painted. And of course the no smoking signs and stuff on the windows as well. Stickers and stuff. And then the cab end. Let's have a look at the lovely yellow face. Oh, there it is. Oxford. Beautiful. Lovely rivet detail along the top there. That's exquisite. And then finally the rear end with the many pins. Hopefully you can see those pins if I get it. There we go. You can see those pins there. And also, if you paused, you could probably read the information warning panel there. And then last but not least, let's have a look at the Banbury end. There we go. Centre shot. Exquisite. So hopefully now you can see that speedometer cable a bit better. That was gushing about earlier on. So if I get it in the right place and turn the wheel set, you can see how it's allowed a little bit of movement. It'll be easier to see once it's on the layout rather than floating around in my hand. But you can see how it's able to move there. So let's travel along again. Again, lovely engine detail down here. Got a radiator looking thing over here. Some kind of pipe work along the bottom. I'm thinking that could be, I don't know, exhausts maybe. And again, signs on the doors. Not quite sure what they say. That might be no smoking, or it might be smoking permitted. I'm not totally sure. And then here is the end with the motor in it. You can see the very, very nice mesh grille stuff on the window. And the rear end, you can see there's the socket for the pins on the coupling there. And the exhaust pipes, which are very nicely picked out, I have to say. And I love the orange inside the corridor connector there. I presume that's prototypical to the real thing. I have no idea. Absolutely bloody lovely. Now, I've no idea where this little bit of broken plastic came from. So I'm going to have a little inspection myself, because it came out of the car with box with the middle car in it. I can't see anything obvious missing from it. It might have been one of the lugs that was on the corridor connector. Possibly, no idea. But I can't see anything obviously broken or missing or out of place anywhere on it. Nothing at all. Right. Now we can play with it. Okay, so here we are over at the programming track. Now, as far as I'm aware, there is only one decoder in the entire train, in the thing as a whole. There's only one decoder, I think. So, theoretically, program the motor car here, and it should work on all the others as well. Theoretically. So, with the NCE system, keep going until you get to the use program track and click enter. And it'll, there we go, change over already. So, program track standard, number 1. I don't know if you can see any of this, probably not. Tells me what manufacturer it is and the version of the decoder. So, activate address. Set up address, yes. Short address, okay. Activate this address, 2, no. Set up long address. So I don't know if you can see this. 117, enter, activate, yes. Camera's just started flashing red at me, so this is going well. Alright, it's on the track, the camera's charged. Hopefully you can hear the loco sounds, or the engine sounds rather, from my microphone. I'll probably move my mic a bit closer at some point anyway. So, yeah, it was relatively easy to get onto the track. The couplings were a bit difficult. I did try and film it, but it was just far too hard to do that. But it's been on the track, I've had it running around, I've had a little play with the sounds here and there, and it is genuinely quite good fun to play with. So I still don't know whether it's worth the money though. £370, and some of the sounds I can't hear, like, at all, because they're not loud enough, or maybe the speakers aren't quite good enough, I don't know. If I wait for the traffic outside to shut up for a bit, I'll get a bit closer with the mic on my shirt. So hopefully you can hear the engine at idle. I'll move the microphone closer anyway when it's time to start to run it. But yes, overall I'm very happy, very impressed. The lighting is fantastic. Absolutely no flickering whatsoever while it's going around the layout. I think that's due to some capacitors inside the roof of the model, which I also think the 411 has as well. I don't know. I haven't actually opened this one up properly to look at the lighting, but this one definitely does, because I've seen the exploded diagram for it. So that definitely does have capacitors in it. So, move the camera around, get the microphone set up properly, and we'll take a look and a listen how this model performs. Okay, so hopefully you enjoyed this video and found it useful. Maybe it's inspired you to buy your own 117 with its 28 extra functions. I didn't go through all of the sounds because, well, there are a lot of them and some of them you can't hear. I don't know whether that's the speaker being a bit weird or maybe it's a decoder sound file issue. I don't actually know. But nonetheless, I hope it was enough for you to make a decision on whether you think it's a good model or not. I personally think it's very, very bloody good. I still don't know whether it's worth £370 though. For £370, I do expect it to have slightly better speakers or sound functions, or sound quality I should say. But overall, I think it's really, really very impressive. I can't help but watch it go around. I keep forgetting to talk. But it is really rather good. And I think suits this layout really rather nicely. So, with that said, thank you very much for watching. And I will see you in the next video, which will be a new New Blackthorne layout tour. Nothing fell over. That's good. Thank you very much for watching, and goodbye. And cut.